Hey guys, so I'm going to give you a little update about this guy. He gave us quite the scare this morning, and we got to learn several things because of that scare, didn't we? Yeah, we did. We learned some stuff, huh? Yeah, so sweet. Anyway, ignore that. That's disgusting and needs to be cleaned out. But, you know, another day, another time, because this fella got all the attention today. So, we went out this morning, and he was in a pen with 3 other bunnies, his litter mates. One of them actually was dead when we went out there. We don't really know why. So he's actually being sent off to a lab so they can test him and see what happened to him, so that we'll know and we can make sure that it's not something that we need to worry about with these other guys, or, you know, see if it was something that we can prevent happening to the others. But anyway, but everybody else was fine. He was fine. The other 2 were fine. Everybody was fine. We took them out of the cage because obviously we had to disinfect the cage and clean it and sanitize all that things. Took them out, put them in another pen, and gave them a bowl of pellets. And he just started sneezing, and that's kind of a scary thing whenever rabbits start sneezing. It can be allergies. Ironically, rabbits can be allergic to hay. They can get a piece of hay up their nose and just sneeze. They can get dust in their nose and sneeze. Lots of things. They can have allergies, of all things. But also, sneezing rabbits can also mean Pasteurella. Pasteurella, or the snuffles, is a very highly contagious, very deadly thing for rabbits to have. So we immediately snatched him out of the pen, took him and his brothers out of the barn, away from all the other rabbits, just in case, because it can take out your entire herd all at once, and so we obviously didn't want that. But anyway, we started researching and reaching out to the rabbit breeders that we know and asking them what to do. We had a video that we'll post, and I'll show you that now. Alright, so in the video, you know, he looked kind of rough. He was kind of crazy looking. It actually got worse. He was doing the thing where his head was throwing back, and he was just, you know, really having a hard time breathing. He actually looked, in my opinion, like he was drowning. Or choking, I guess. But it really just, to me, looked more like he was drowning. So they told us, you know, we had a lot of opinions on the post when we posted and asked what was going on with them. Some people said to call them immediately and make sure everybody was away from the rest of the herd. We really didn't want to go with that route. So, excuse us, little Miss Sunshine over here is drinking her water, and she's very loud about it. Anyway, we didn't want to go that route, but we did want to make sure everybody was safe and that he was okay and all of that. It wasn't the Snuffles or Pasteurella, because that comes with white snot, and he did not have white snot. He had like a greenish brownish colored snot. It almost looked like if you took his pellets and put them in water, it would have been that color. So with the help of 3 different groups and several very helpful people, we determined that he had aspirated on his food, which is crazy. Did not know they would do that, and sure didn't know what to do about it if they did do it. So continued asking questions and got some help with it. And what we did was, will you hand me that nose sucker over there? Oh, don't jump out of my lap here, buddy.
He's got more snot.
So I went to the store, grabbed one of these bad boys. This is not even a real good one, y'all. Like, it's, ugh. Anyway, but it did the job. So we sucked snot out of his nose and out of his mouth and out of his throat, And we did that multiple times. Got so much snot. You guys, the amount of snot we got out of this rabbit was unreal. I was like, my mind was blown. I don't know how he held that much snot. Anyway, yeah, we did, didn't we? Hi. So we also got, we learned that you can do what's called the bunny Heimlich. Does she need more? Like,
No, she's just drinking.
So thirsty. It's okay, I see it. Sorry, go ahead. Anyway, she's a very loud drinker. Anyway, we learned that you can do the rabbit Heimlich, which is kind of wild. He is not a fan of it at all. You actually hold them. I'm going to try to do this with one hand. You hold underneath. No, because you're supposed to be in the shower. Anyway, you hold them underneath their belly. And basically they lay across your forearm. And you put your other hand on their back. And there's, you can Google it, YouTube it, whatever. There's videos of people doing it. And you just kind of swing them. In a swinging motion. And that's crazy. He was not a fan, but the idea behind it is that whenever you go down, the centrifugal force makes all of their organs come up, which then pushes on the esophagus. So if something is stuck or lodged in there, it will kick it out. Well, we did that, and a large amount of snot came barreling out of him, which was disturbing. But anyway, it happened. Yeah, I know. We're talking about you telling all your stories. Yeah, it was a crazy day, wasn't it? Anyway, so we did that, and then we would suck the snot out some more, and then we would wipe his nose, and then we would just sit and hold him for a minute so he could calm down. And then he would start gurgling again, so we would do it all over again. Did that for hours today. And finally, we sat him down, thinking that he was calm, put him back in his pen, and he wasn't better. He started to looked like he was drowning again. He was opening his mouth really wide, like he couldn't breathe. And so we picked him back up and held him some more, did the snot sucking thing. You're so intent. Look at you. Anyway, did the snot sucking thing and wiping his nose and all of the things. And here he is. He's breathing. He's still kind of breathing fast, in my opinion. But it is so much better than it was. Like, he was just pitiful. Like, it was awful. And so many people told us that it was probably too late. He was too far gone. We weren't going to be able to save him. And we were just trying not to pay too much attention to those comments. Because we really, you know, my husband and I are somewhat stubborn. So we really wanted to help him out. We don't like to see an animal suffer. So we wanted to figure it out and get him better. Anyway, we did. To this point, he's here. He did finally drink for me a while ago, and he has eaten for me, and he's a lot more chill. Whereas earlier he was like, when he breathed. Hang on, I'm gonna try to pick you up a little bit and show him. This is complicated a little bit. So there's his little nose. But earlier, you can see from the videos, I'll post them too. We'll do it before and after, or maybe an after and a before, because this is the after. But anyway, he would open his mouth like he just couldn't get air. You could feel gurgling and rattling down in his chest. It was crazy. So, oh yeah, and along with the snot sucking and the wiping of the nose and the Heimlich thing, we were taking him and just tapping all around his chest, holding him up, tapping it out, just like you would a baby. Or somebody that needed help. That needed help with coughing things up or whatever. We would just tap all around his chest. So we just kind of kept going around and around. Back and forth with all the different things that they were telling us to do. And now, here he is. Not looking like he's drowning. Looking a lot more like he wants to run around. Look at that belly. You want to get back in there? Here you go. Go on. He's on a wire, so he's not going to be down in that poop that's in there. But look at that. He's drinking his water, which is awesome. We have put some apple cider vinegar in his water. We have brought him to the porch so we can keep an eye on him tonight. But he's drinking. He ate earlier. He hasn't, it doesn't look like he's ate any of this. No, he hasn't ate any of that yet. We put some probiotic powder on top of his food just to help with any bacteria situation that might be going on in there. Put some apple cider vinegar in his water to help with any respiratory, you know, to help clear all that up, because apple cider vinegar is very good for that. But here he is. And we're just gonna watch him tonight and keep an eye on him and hope that this breathing, see how he's kind of just, you can see his head moving while he's breathing. That's not really a thing that should be happening. So he's breathing harder than he should be. But given that I was sticking a tube down his throat and sucking snot out of his everywhere today, he's kind of had a hard day. So we're going to just hope that he needs some rest, and that rest will be good for him. But anyway, there he is. And we will keep you updated. Your water?